Hey everybody, welcome back to Tackle Tip Tuesday. Tonight's going to be a little bit of a different show. We're going to do a little bit of tournament recap. We're going to talk a little bit about what we're going to be addressing in the future and future Tackle Tip Tuesdays. And I wanted to address another thing right off the bat. I don't know how many of you guys noticed in the opener, but we have a new sponsor, and it's Fitzgerald Rods. And I'd just like to thank those guys for coming on board and helping me out. And every interaction I've had with them so far has been nothing but great. They're a great company. They make great rods. They make a lot of products. You guys should really go check them out. We'll be tagging them in the video on Facebook, so you can click on that link and go straight to their website, or just type in Fitzgerald Rods. But they've come on board to support me for this year, and I really, really appreciate that. And I hope that I can be a good spokesman for their brand. What are we going to be talking about in the future on Tackle Tip Tuesday? It's going to be a little bit different. We're going to start a summertime series. Summertime is my absolute favorite time to fish. And I've covered some of the topics that we're going to cover before, but we're going to really go a whole lot more in depth, maybe even do some on the water stuff if we can. But we're going to go, I've got the big crankbait box right here with all the deep divers, if you guys can't see it. I'm sorry if the camera footage is a little shaky. We're trying something different tonight. We're going to go through big Magnum spoons and how to fish those, football head jigs, bigger size swim baits, deep water fishing. I have the Lowrance fired up right here. We're going to go over a few things with the Lowrance and how it operates and how to best find fish. Like I said, I'm sorry that the camera footage is so bad tonight. I'm just trying to show y'all some things around in the boat so that you guys can see it and know what I'm talking about. But we're going to go really in depth. But tonight, I want to talk to you guys about the tournament that I had last week on High Rock Lake. I know I mentioned that I was going to a dock fishing tournament, and we were talking about drop shotting and how that was gonna go and what my plans were for that tournament. And I'm going to go ahead and admit right up front that it did not go well. It went horribly, actually. I showed up to practice. I had an area, I had a game plan, I knew what I wanted to do. I pulled up on my first dock, and on the first flip of the first practice, I caught a 4-pounder. And I was like, man, here we go. We're really fixing to wear these out. This is exactly what I thought. And I fished the whole rest of the day and caught 2 short fish. I only had 1 day to practice for this tournament. I fished High Rock a lot. It's actually one of my best lakes. I love the way it fishes. I love the way the fish act in that lake. I was just fully expecting to do really well in this tournament. So the tournament rolls up. I've had a great co-angler. And we head out, and we pull right back on that dock. And on the first flip of the first minute of the tournament, I caught a keeper. And I'm like, well, hey, maybe they are doing what I thought they would do. And they were not. They were doing the same thing they were doing yesterday. And we kept on flipping docks. I caught 2 probably 10 to 12 pound catfish on flipping a jig, which is really disappointing when you set the hook and you feel that boom, 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 and you think you have a big bass, and it's a catfish. And then we started trying to fish deep. We cranked, we drop shotted, we drove jigs. I finally got my co-angler 1 fish, and it just did not go well. We had to lower the boat under a bridge to try to get back further in some water where nobody else had fished. Nothing worked. Finished 64th, weighed in 1 bass. Not what we wanted. I'm actually not even going to post a video off of this tournament because there's nothing to see. You'd see me flip under 1 dock, catch 1 fish, and a couple of 10-pound catfish. But we're going to try to get back to making tournament videos here shortly, now that tournaments are starting to go. But I can tell you, High Rock was so bad that on the boat ride back, I actually broke a tooth from hitting a wake, and I didn't know I did it till the next morning, and it fell out. I remember gritting my teeth, and just hit a boat weight wrong and actually chipped half a tooth off. So I've got to go to the dentist and get that taken care of. If you guys noticed that I've got half a tooth shanked off. But it was not a good tournament, but it was fun. Anytime you get to spend on the water, it's fun, it's safe. We had a good time. I got to go up there and pre-fish with my dad, and that was awesome. But something else that's going to be coming up in the near future, hopefully in the next 5 or 6 weeks, we're going to drop our first ever LLD fishing smallmouth video. We're working on filming it right now. It's going to be on Raystown Lake in Pennsylvania. So you guys can look that up, and hopefully all goes well. We're not done filming it yet, but hopefully that will drop soon. But guys, thanks for tuning in. I know this wasn't a Tackle Tip Tuesday. It was more of a housekeeping episode, but like, subscribe, comment. I want to hear what y'all think about the summertime fishing, any tactics you guys might want me to talk about. And we're really going to go in depth on what to do on these hot, stingy summertime bass. So thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. Thanks to Fitzgerald Rods for coming on board. Something else new that you might notice, it's not at Leighton Davis Fishing anymore. It's at LLD Fishing. We changed that. So we'll change that screen at the end. But thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Y'all have a good one. Bye.